Welcome to the Crown Light Studio Business Forum. Each forum, we highlight businesses in our community who have made investments back into the lives of its citizens. Today we have with us John Alpizar and Cynthia Martinez of Alpizar Law. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us and share a little bit about your firm. So, what encouraged you to get into the field of law?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. We're very honored to be here and to participate with you in this program. I wasn't going to be a lawyer originally. I wanted to be an FBI agent. And back when I went to college, in order to be an FBI agent, you either had to have an accounting degree or you had to have a law degree. So my goal in going to law school initially was to achieve the requirements so that I could become an FBI agent. Once I got into law school, I had the opportunity of working for a law firm that was handling personal injury cases in Ohio, and I fell in love with it. I thought that my calling was to be a lawyer and help people as opposed to being in law enforcement. And so that's really what geared me in that direction and what sent me on a career that now is 38 years.
Okay, wow, wonderful, wonderful. With the many aspects of law, what has your firm tailored its services around?
Well, Mr. Alpizar, being in the personal injury field for a very long time, that's what we base our firm on. So we specialize in personal injury, car accident cases. We have an emphasis on trucking cases, wrongful death. We also do brain injury cases and motorcycle cases.
Thank you. So if you were writing a book on ethics and character, what would be the key points?
Wow. If asking a lawyer to write a book on ethics is an interesting question. There would probably be 3 chapters to that book. The first chapter would be entitled Honesty, because I think it's critical if you're going to be an attorney and you're going to represent people and you're going to let people trust in you at their most difficult time in their lives. You need to be honest with them, and you need to be honest with everyone that you deal with. The second chapter would probably be called Civility, and that means you need to be civil not only to your client, which sometimes is difficult to do, but you need to be civil with everyone that you deal with, because the system is very adversarial, and it's sometimes easy to lose sight of the fact that you need to be civilized in dealing with your opponent and with everything around you. And the third chapter would probably be entitled Credibility, Credibility, Credibility. It's so important, if you're going to be an effective lawyer, that you have credibility in the courtroom, that you have credibility with the judges, that you have credibility with your opponent, and that you have credibility with your client, because that's probably one of the most important factors. We as lawyers have something called the Code of Professional Responsibility, which is put forward by the Florida Bar, and it tells you what is ethical and what is not ethical. But I think those 3 points, those 3 chapters to the book are what I would focus on.
I think I might have to get a copy of that book. How has your pursuit for justice for all helped shape your firm?
You know, I use this in my closing arguments a lot. I tell the jury at the conclusion to think about the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States. And it ends with the phrase, with liberty and justice for all. Justice is for all. It's not just for some. It's not just for the wealthy. It's not just for the poor. It's not for any particular class or group of people. It's for everyone. And I think our firm has prided itself in representing everyone equally, working hard and preparing our cases equally, regardless of who we're representing, and doing our best effort to present our client's cause to a judge or a jury. We work very hard at preparing our cases so that our clients, when they end up in the courtroom, if the case cannot be resolved along the way, know that we have given it all we've got. And we do that for everybody. We don't discriminate against any group. And that's how I think we can deliver justice for all.
So how has your passion for law prompted you to become so integrated with the community?
Mr. Alpizar, one of the things that I've learned of him and that he has put forth with regard to our firm is community service. Him being Cuban and the first to graduate from college in his family, his father coming from Cuba with just a few dollars in his pocket.
13 cents. In
13
his
cents. His father taught him that giving is important, and our firm has been allowed to do that. A few things just to highlight that Mr. Alpizar has allowed for just in himself and with our firm is he has started and funded the Brevard County Foundation endowment. He funds that every year. It allows for other charities to receive funds to service the community. We try to allow other attorneys to fund those as well and encourage them to do that. That's the word I was looking for. We also are very active with the Candlelighters of Brevard, which helps children with cancer. Operation Hope, which is out of Fellsmere. We give backpacks every year to the children down there. Our firm goes down there. We participate in that. Mr. Alpizar has also donated canines to the Palm Bay Police Department, and also have an emphasis on family, where Mr. Alpizar and the firm has donated a large projection screen and projector for family night. So Movie in the Park is what it's called. And so it's allowed us to do a lot of things. One of the things we take pride in is our turkey giveaway. This will be our 5th year in doing that. Right around Thanksgiving, the weekend before, we get out there, we have everyone come out. It's first come, first serve. And the last couple years we've donated 600 turkeys. And it's just a great time for us to meet the community. There are a lot of people that come back yearly who have asked us, and especially have thanked Mr. Alpizar, because without us doing that, they don't get a Thanksgiving. And so that's allowed them to do that. And we have a good time. We give away free food. The community comes out and participates. That Palm Bay Fire Department comes out. They bring out a truck for the kids to tour. We also have Timmy V, who's a local DJ that comes out and does all the music for us. And we have face painting and all kinds of stuff. Even Heritage High comes out and does their cheerleading, comes out and participates, as well as Palm Bay High School as well.
Wow. It's one thing to just donate money, but it's another thing to be hands-on. So I really, really respect that.
Well, our law firm, just so I can add to what Cynthia said, we've been blessed in this community. I've been in Palm Bay now since the early 80s, and the community's been very good to me and my family. But I feel a deep sense of having to give back, because I don't think it's fair to just take. I think you got to give in order to receive. And the firm now has 4 lawyers and 3 paralegals, and 2 of the lawyers are my sons. So I have the pleasure of being able to work with my boys, and I tried to teach them the same thing, that as this law firm goes forward into the future, giving is much more important than receiving, because if you give, you're going to get back.
Right.
And I think that's important.
Wow, family business. Wow, this is a beautiful thing. Mr. Alpizar, Mrs. Martinez, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be with us today. We certainly wish you continued success as you serve the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alpizar Law, we're here for you.